Hey, yo, 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 basketball fans, I got some heat coming y'all way, baby. On the Jesus and the Hoop Talk podcast. We on the Jesus and the Hoop Talk podcast. Jesus and the Hoop Talk podcast. Jesus and the Hoop Talk, divine power. Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in to Jesus and Hoop Talk podcast. I am your one and only host. You already know, 6'5", orangutan head. Custom, Jones, and I'm glad you guys is tuning in, yo. So, basketball fans, man, I need your ears on this one. All right, so out of these three players, who would you start, bench, cut? Oh, yes, sir. Out of these three players, who would you start, bench, cut, baby? We about to get into it. Yes, sir. So we got PJ Tucker, man. Shout out to PJ Tucker. He just won the championship with the Bucks. He's a traditional small four, I would say. He's strong. He could play the five, depending on whoever the other center is. He could stretch the floor on the offensive end. All around, real tough, rugged type player. And this is my first player that I was comparing with, and I was looking at his game, and the fact that the Bucks lost him to Miami, that sucks for the Bucks, good for Miami. So yeah, man, he's like your traditional four, and this is the first player that I'm comparing. Next player. Oh, it's the Matrix. This man, I like the Matrix. I always like the Matrix. Shawn Marion, especially when he played for Phoenix. I was happy to see him win a championship in Dallas with Dirk Nowitzki the year they won it. This is another player that I compare to PJ Tucker. They're all small fours. And like I said, depending on the positioning, they could probably run the five. But as the league progressed on, these players like PJ Tucker and Shawn Marion, these players become very valuable in the league today, because now everybody's just shooting threes now. But now it's interesting to see how the dynamics of everybody not hitting threes is going to change as the season goes on. And we got to move on to our final contestant in the start, bench, cut, which is, yes, sir. Here we go. Yes, sir. You know what time it is, man. Draymond Green, a two-time champion, defensive player of the year, able to guard almost any position. He can guard some fives, depending on who it is. But most importantly, he's like a four that can do like everything well. He could shoot an okay three ball. Extremely best pass. I would say out of all the three of them, Marion, Tucker, and Draymond, I'll probably say Draymond is probably the best passer out of all of them. Not trying to doubt the other two, but I think Draymond passing ability is just much higher than those two. Overall, though, lockdown D, great teammate. IQ is extremely high. I do give him credit for that. IQ is extremely high, even though he has some bozo moments. That Durant was like, man, I'm out of here, man. You see what you done did? Man, heck no. You don't give me that rock when I get I'm out. Y'all seen it. Man, y'all seen it. Stop playing. But overall, he was a great player. But now, what would you do? Start, bench, cut. You know what I'm saying? So let me bring up the three contestants, man. All right, so here's the situation. So you either start, bench, cut Draymond Green, PJ Tucker, or Shawn Marion. That's my start, bench, cut. And now Jones is about to give it to you. I want to hear it in the comment sections of what you would do. Start, bench, cut one of these three players. Now, I'm going to go ahead and give you my start, bench, cut, and I'm going to give you my reasoning why. So, man, just give it up. Just give it up. Just give it up. Man, I'm going to go and give it up, man. So, my first player that I'm starting, and I'm going to give my reasonings why, is, better not hang me for this, man, is yours truly, man. I got to go with Draymond Green. He has to start for me. The reason is because, I mean, I got multiple reasons, but let me just name some for you. He's a small forward that can guard fives, fours, and threes. Now, mind you, he did that for 2 years in a row, back to back, playing the same exact position. And this is the reason why he has to start for me. Great passer. And now he's a part of the greatest team ever. And I don't think that team would have been that great. They don't get the 72-9 without Draymond Green. And that's one of the reasons why I feel like he has to start for me. A great teammate, love him on your team, hate going against him. This is the reason why I got to start him. I believe that he also, as well, won Defensive Player of the Year. At 6'5", that is pretty astonishing for me. Especially his position. But he's just really like a positionless player that just really plays well, just does everything well. And this is the reason why two-time champion Draymond Green has to start for me, man. Let's go. Let's go and move to my next person, man. Oh, I gotta bench Marion. Marion gotta come off my bench, man. He does. The energy that he would bring, doesn't mind doing the dirty work, can get down there and guard the big dogs if he have to. He can guard some fives in today's league. But back then, like in 02, you can't really guard a Shaq. You know what I'm saying? You can't really, that's out of your league type thing. But Marion also, as funny as his shot looks, he can shoot really, really well. Really a decent three ball. Not the best where, he ain't Curry or nothing. But if you leave him open, he can hit at a consistent rate. As funny as it may look. And it's funny because I was watching the Knuckleheads podcast, and he was on there. And this is what he said. He made a really good point. And this is what he said. He said, everybody in the league shoots different, but why is mine so critically, poked at or whatnot? Everybody in the league shoot different. There's no set standard on how to shoot. It's you master the way of shooting the ball to get it into the rim. Once you master that way, then you adapt that way to the game of basketball. And everybody shoots different, so why is mine just so critically critiqued? He's like, he never understood that. But yeah, Shawn Marion, man, championship with Dallas, he got to come off my bench, man. Oh yeah, and not to mention that he won the championship in Dallas, man. He played a critical role in that Dallas year when they beat Miami. He played a very critical role, and he added so much athleticism, defensive intensity to that whole team. That team wouldn't have won that championship without Marion. I am certain of that. So yeah, man, and then this is the reason why I gotta bring Marion off my bench, man. I have to. All right, man, you know what that means for the last player, man. Let's go ahead and talk about it one time. Dang, PJ. All right, man. PJ, I had to cut you, man. The reason I have to cut you is because I don't feel like your passing ability is where Draymond's is, and I don't believe you are a playmaker as well as Shawn Marion, if that's fair to say. Now, with that being also said, I don't believe PJ Tucker is athletic as Shawn Marion, because if you've seen the years that Shawn Marion can do some things. That's why they called him the Matrix, man. It looked like he just moving in slow motion when he dunked, man. So, I mean, it's crazy. So that's the reason why I had to cut. I said clut. Did you hear me? I said clut. There ain't no freaking word unless it's a word I ain't look up in the dictionary. But cut, man. I had to go ahead and cut PJ Tucker, man. And these are the reasons why I had to let you go, man. I don't feel like you need to be, or you have that ability, even though you got a championship under your belt and you played the role that the other two contestants has played as well. But I just feel like they did it. I don't know, man. I just feel like they did it better. And to be real with you, man, go let that outro play. Hey, it's Jesus and the Hoop Talk Podcast. It's Jesus and the Hoop Talk Podcast. Jesus and the Hoop Talk Podcast. Jesus and the Hoop Talk, Divine Power, and your boy is signing out, man. I'm out.